Hey, how it's going, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you a distillation framework that I have been working on named Distill Anything. So we're going to look at knowledge distillation or distilling AI models, the bigger AI models into smaller models. So let's jump in and see what do we mean by distillation. So this is not the first video that I have been creating on knowledge distillation. I already have a crash course on knowledge distillation called LLM Knowledge Distillation Crash Course. So this video I created a year ago, right, which covers everything from scratch. So, before you watch this current video, I will recommend you to watch this crash course video. I'll give the link in description. Now, knowledge distillation is not a new technique, when it comes to machine learning, deep learning, AI, whatever you call it. What happens in knowledge distillation? We train a small student model that imitate a big model. So for a lot of specific or downstream tasks, you don't need bigger models, right? You can have a small model that can perform that task for you. So let's say summarization. If you want to summarize, text, you don't need larger models like let's say a trillion parameters model. Now that's where knowledge distillations are really helpful, where you can generate high quality training data from these bigger models. It's just like extracting knowledge. So let's say if I have a little bit of knowledge on AI, right, if I have a little bit of qualification on AI or experience on AI, a beginner can extract a bit of knowledge out of me and learn from me, right, and perform some kind of specific task or get a job in the market, right? So that's what I have been working on. So I'm working on Distill Anything. Now, Distill Anything, you can see it's an open source Python library. Basically, the framework that I have built, it covers the whole distillation life cycle. Starting from generating synthetic data or generating high quality data, distilling the model, LLM as a judge, benchmarking it, and of course, you can create a report also. So that's what it does, over here. So it's already available on PyPy. The library is pushed available. You just have to do pip install distill anything, and a web UI is also available. So that also you can go and look at that. Now this is what so far I have built. So let me show you how it works, what it does first. It has, you can use any teacher model. So let's say you want to use Claude, you want to use GPT's model or Hugging Face models, open source models, whatever. You can just use distill generate. Now, when you do distill generate, it turns your seed prompts into a deduplicated, deduped instruction data sets, right? That's what it also does. We have LLM judges. There are two different types of KDs that we are looking at. Knowledge diversion, you can see, and there are different loss functions like forward KL, reverse KL, and JHDs. I'm going to talk about that in a bit. Now let's look at that example over here. So two different ways. One is called Logit KD and sequence KD. Logit KD, where what happens is that you will have, let's say, open source model or a model from Hugging Face, of course, right? That will have this, the both, the teacher and student will have the same tokenizer. That's the fundamental, must share. Otherwise, token position will not align. That's also a constraint that you see. Now, it's a bit of white box. So there are a bit of explainability when it comes to Logit KD. But if you use sequence KD, which is the type of, you can say, distillation feature, you cannot use explainability in that because it's really black box. Because the model here, the teacher model, will probably be a closed source model, like Claude, for example. Now, what happens that when you use models like Claude or OpenAI models, the probability distribution is not in your control, right? Because you cannot look at that because you don't own those models, right? So you have to wait for the final generated sequences. And then you basically do a supervised fine tuning or SFTs over here. If you look at this example. Now, in in Logit KD, the student learns probability distributions at every token position. If you look at here, right? Soft targets for every token position. The signal richness is really high, in Logit KD, but if you look at sequence KD, it's not the same case. Uh, so this is what it is. And, talk about, your losses. There are different losses. So basically losses are divided by temperature before the softmax function. So T greater than 1 flattens the distribution, but by default in this particular one, T equals to 2, this framework distill anything. Uh, and there are different losses that we're going to talk about. So forward KL and reverse KL and generalized JSD. Now forward KL is a pretty much Hinton laws that Hinton has pioneered, in 2015 paper about knowledge distillation. You can read that. So this is very interesting. So in library, we are also covering that. So if you look at this particular, framework over here, we are covering that as well. We have an LLM as a judge. You can see that over here. We have a report card. We have evals. We also have support for LoRa and QLoRa if you want to distill a bigger model, like let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 billion parameters model, and so on and so forth. So this is how it works. You will have your seed prompt. Let's say your TXT or JSON aligns. Basically, it creates your prompt and responses in the same line. You have different teacher models. It basically generates the data sets, which will also have high quality garbage in, garbage out concept. If you don't have a high quality data set, your distilled model will also be very bad. Okay, so that is something there. And the distillation engine. So we talked about Logit KD, sequence KD, and the judges also. Now, when you use LLM as a judge, they are basically biased. So we also have position swapped. Okay, so like a blindfolded kind of a thing. And then it generates the report. Now, this is how you can just do it. You can just pip install distill anything, and you can just run it through source as well if you want. With few lines of command, you get a distill model. Now, we also have some proof. You can go through it on GitHub repo. I'm not going to go deep into it. We have a report card. You can just do distill report runs this, blah, 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 blah. And you can also just run this over here. Okay. And you can also use, dashboard. You can just do distill UI and it's gonna, use that as well. That's how it works actually. So, of course, I'm not gonna run this over here for now. Okay, I'm just going to minimize it. This is how it looks like. So if you look at this particular project repo, this is what the repo is. So you can of course find it on my GitHub as well. Now let me show you some sample notebooks over here. So if you click on the sample notebooks, you can just go through it very quickly. You can look at how you can just run it. And these are all ran already. So I'm not just running it again and again. I just wanted to cover you this framework so you can go through it and run it by yourself. Now you can look at this distill anything, just install it. You will just get the device summary. You can just run a smoke test, a very tiny random model, just build it and just find out the entire pipeline and see if your machine is ready. If it passes, then it's working on your hardware and it's generating a training data set. You can see it over here. So for this example, we are using this model is small LM2, which is by Hugging Face research team, 360 million parameter model, instruction tuned. And then you can have, different kind of models as well. So for example, if you look at here, we are using this, a small local teacher. So, it does not require any kind of APIs to run. Then we have a seeds.txt. So let's say there are some sample examples, of your questions or tasks. And then we also get a teacher model, downloads it, and then we generate the data. Now, once we generate the data here, it creates a JSON L file, JSON line files. That's what it does. Okay. And then you distill a student. Student.learn wires the whole thing. It resolves the teacher, tokenizes with prompt masking, like only response tokens are supervised, and then it trains it based on white box logic KD that I discussed about it. You can look at the formula over here, everything alpha, CEs, T2, which I talked about, temperature squared, the KL, the loss that we talked about, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm not going into it. Please look at this video where I have explained the mathematics behind it in detail. Now, this is how you just run it and you can just get the whole eval. You also get the report card. The report card is there, the benchmarking is there. You can get the report card based on the performance, the efficiency, the cost, and so on and so forth. Now, this is what it is. Very interesting. Just go through it and you can find it out by yourself, right? So this is on your this thing, the examples. If you are somebody who wants to distill a bigger model, you can also go through it. Now everything is a YAML file. So when you do distill in it, it's write a starter recipe for you. So it will have a mode, it will have this, and so on and so forth. And you can look at the LoRa QLoRa, the big students on small hardwares. Like if you want to distill a model around 3 billion parameters, you can also do that. Now you can just go through it. We have compared to other distillation trainers like Easy Distills and Distill Kit. I'm not saying they are bad. They all have their own places, but we have been covering the whole pipeline with the Distill Anything. Something on the roadmap if you want to contribute it to this particular framework. So I want you to look at this framework because knowledge distillation is really important. Let me tell you why. You look at all these Chinese companies, for example, Chinese companies like DeepSeek, Chinese companies like Moonshot and Alibaba. They basically they all distill this bigger model. So if you look at this blog few months back, I think 3 4 months back, companies like Minimax, Moonsaw, DeepSeek, they kind of all used. It's a legitimate, of course, it's a legitimate technique. It's a legitimate way of building models. But these guys have gone crazy because they have compute to do that. So uh, you can look at DeepSeek, over 150,000 exchanges. So what happens is they create these tasks or prompt, whatever you call it, and they go to these bigger models, the chatbot or through APIs, and mostly through APIs, and they will, have this scripts. Based on this script, it's gonna, extract the reasoning capabilities from these models through across diverse tasks. So these models also become better, on different tasks, right? So if you look at here, it says reasoning capabilities across diverse tasks. So DeepSeek has done that. If you look at Moonshot, the Kimi models that you see, over 3.4 million exchanges. I mean, that's humongous. I mean, it says agentic reasoning and coding and data analysis, the Kimi models which have performed well, Minimax, over 13 million exchanges. Looking at the high quality coding data, the tool use, the orchestrations, the GLM models that you see are one of the best models out there for analytics as well. They all basically go and distill that. They go distill Anthropic's model, they go distill OpenAI's model, and so on and so forth. So they distill across the frontier models. There is no doubt about it, right? And Chinese companies are the experts when it comes to knowledge distillation. So have a look at that, and of course, just go and install from this. And if you want to contribute to this repo, feel free to look at this framework. And if you want to contribute, just go and make a PR and contribute to this. And if you have any question, thoughts, or feedbacks, just let me know. Happy to connect and work together on this. If you like the video, hit the like icon. If you have not subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe the channel, guys. That motivates me to create more such videos in near future. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.